It's been reconfirmed, reiterated, locked down. Ghost of Yotei is, in fact, releasing in 2025. It's been confirmed. Sucker Punch's senior communications manager, Andrew Goldfarb, recent post on X, reconfirms Ghost of Yotei's plans to release in 2025 as he is looking for an experienced community and support specialist to help launch the game this year. So it seems locked down that this is in fact coming this fall. I am excited to see how this one goes because of course we haven't seen a whole lot of details about it. I think the trailer they dropped is graphically gorgeous. You know, nobody's ever doubted their art direction. I think in the aftermath, the shadow of AZ Shadows, dare we say, it's going to be interesting to see the comparisons and everything that are drawn here. And I'm also interested to see kind of what the improvements are, what the philosophies, how they've shifted or changed since Ghost of Tsushima, if they have. I mean, maybe it's just literally going to be more of Ghost of Tsushima, or maybe they're going to try to do bigger, like bases, encampments, maybe more elaborate black box stealth missions. Maybe they overhaul the combat in one way or another. It's not super clear, but I do think that the trailer was pretty much exactly what it needed to be. And I mean, some of these shots, dude, they know how to do a vista. It's one of my frustrations with Shadows' version of Japan is that they have a few vistas that are beautiful, but I swear so many of the sequences in Ghost of Tsushima, and it looks like Ghost of Yotei as well, you just do a single wide angle shot and it's just stunning, you know? Never underestimate the power of a vista, I'll tell you what. But they also seem to be doubling down on detail on the fidelity of like the wind sim and all of that. Ooh, very interesting. Even the little detail with the wolf's like yellow eyes with the leaves in the background. And then, the art direction is just on another level. It all ties together so freaking well. Look at that. It looks like a painting. Get out of here. Get out of here. The one thing with Ghost of Tsushima that I do appreciate is that it is unapologetically large. You know, there's a lot of space between points of interest. As you can see here, I mean, this obviously is pulling your attention. But all of these things, whenever you have a spot in an open world like this, they know what your eye is being pulled towards. They know that you're going to look at this immediately, center of the frame. It's where your eyes naturally go. And then you also notice the tree, vivid. There's a building there. Ooh, I wonder what's there. The leaves also blow up to the left. And if you look, there's also an old maybe building or tree right here. So your eyes are drawn there. And your brain goes, I want to go there. I want to visit there. And so you're already starting to make a list of places you want to visit. You look over here as well. You see more buildings off over here as well. And then, of course, there's the giant mountain in front of you as well that also pulls your interest. And so without having to do anything, without any question marks on the map, without any like glowing objective markers or anything, they just show you something and you already are making a list of places you want to go mentally. And that is preem open world design. When you don't have to show anything through UI, you can do it entirely in the game. I love it. I eat it up. I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to be Gucci. Now, as for when it releases is also kind of like a big question mark, frankly. Because they don't want to be anywhere near GTA 6. Of course, nobody does. There's other stories like this one. At least 3 major publishers are ready to delay games just to avoid GTA 6. The quote from one of these publishers was, quote, "We don't want to be anywhere near that," which is true. Nobody wants to be close to it. And there's already, like, I think it's pretty safe to say GTA 6 is likely to come late October, which would mean they probably don't want to launch in October unless it's like the first week of October. And then after that, if they can't hit before that point, they probably are looking at like mid to late November at the earliest, because you got to give GTA 6 a couple weeks. And I think if they push it to like December, they don't like that because I think that PlayStation does not want to be left out of Game of the Year contention. And I believe the cutoff is like mid-November. It's earlier than you would think. So I think that there's a strong possibility that they might even get Ghost of Yotei out like September to the first week of October. I think that there's a strong chance of that because I still think GTA 6 is most likely coming like, I'm checking the calendar. Like, see, October 28th would be a Tuesday. A lot of games launch on Tuesdays. They love doing that. They could also do the 31st, launch on Halloween. People take Halloween off. It's the weekend. That could make sense. But here's the thing is I also, as I've said a bajillion times, I think that they do a full week of early access. So maybe what they do is the official launch of GTA 6 is on like November 7th. And then the early access kicks off on Halloween. Maybe that's what they do. I think there's a strong possibility that we are in that window somewhere between like October 28th and November 7th, like somewhere in there is when the official launch happens and early access happens. And nobody wants to be close to that. Because at that point, like, I think Ghost of Yotei doesn't want to launch on the 14th because that's only a week after the official launch. People will still be playing it. Even on the 21st, you might be in trouble still. Because also, most likely Call of Duty is launching somewhere around this time. And so, like, you're pushing to the 28th. But I think the 28th is after the Game of the Year nomination cutoff. And then Ghost of Yotei doesn't get a nomination. And PlayStation loves their Game of the Year nominations and wins. So I don't think that Ghost of Yotei can hit in November comfortably. I mean, without probably dealing with some unnecessary maybe handicaps from Call of Duty and GTA 6. So I think instead they're probably looking more like the 17th, 10th, or 3rd of October. I think at the latest. I think that's my expectation. So I'm guessing early to mid-October, October 10th maybe, and I think that would be a good spot for it. And I think that would still give it enough breathing room from GTA 6. Now that is rolling the dice because you're kind of hoping that that GTA 6 is going to come later. And this is the problem is that if they pin down like October 10th and then GTA 6 comes out and says we're launching on October 10th, they have to redo all of their marketing stuff. They have to redo all of their like promotional stuff. Nobody wants that. So they're all just staying quiet. That's why I really think like whenever they announce the release date for GTA 6, you're going to see a flood the week following of release dates announced. Like you're going to see a ton where it's going to be like a social media post or a trailer drop or something. Cause everybody's just, they have a good idea of when they're launching, but they don't want to jinx it by like announcing and then immediately getting destroyed by GTA 6. Jokes on them, GTA 6 is getting delayed. Dude, there's reportedly a number of games that have been pushed to 2026 to try and get away from GTA 6. And I swear to God, if GTA 6 gets delayed to like February or March of 2026, it will just, those studios are going to lose their minds. And I wouldn't blame them. You know?